Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host, SwampSwimmer, and with me as always, the Igor to my Frankenstein, Vespasian.
Hi, everybody.
I was proud of that one. That was a good one.
I like that one.
So, in our little conversation before the battle report, real life tournaments are opening up again. And I was wondering if you had any particular tips for our viewers about how to travel / fly with an army. And the way I do it is if I'm going for a week long tournament or a weekend long tournament, I have a regular backpack which I have my regular clothes in, and then also my dice and tape measure and all that stuff. And then I have a carrying case for my army that is big enough to fit underneath the seat in front of you on an airplane. And then when I get on the airplane, I put it underneath the seat in front of me, and my backpack goes in the overhead bin. That's my game plan. What's yours?
Bullseye. Exactly the same. Except I use a roller bag for my clothes and stuff, and that goes up overhead. But yeah, okay. I have a KR multi case that fits underneath the seat in front of me. So
yeah. I've got a battle foam that I won from a tournament like a long time ago.
Nice.
But yeah, I just want to say how stoked I am that that we're going to tournaments again, because I just got back from the Wicked GT in Wichita, Kansas. So the next battle reports will be starting on those, but it's starting up again.
Awesome. No, that's exciting. We've got one that we're both going to in the end of July, right? Joust, SoCal Joust.
Yep. We are doing Joust. It's going to be down in LA in Pasadena. SoCalJoust.weebly.com, I think, is the website, if anyone wants to check that out. Yeah. I'm getting stoked.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, so let's get into the battle report here. Let's see here. So, last we left off, where did my... there we go. Last we left off, we almost capped against Team Finland. Great games. And then in round 5, we are against Team Piedmont, which I think is a French team or a Belgian team. I don't know for sure. But you got paired into Marco, who was playing Infernal Dwarves. Unfortunately, again, we don't have pictures from your game, but would you want to give us a brief description?
Yeah, so, and just for people who are wondering, I was the team captain, and yes, I did pair myself into 2 rounds of Infernal Dwarves and another round of Dwarves. So, yeah, that's me. I did it. Nobody to blame but myself. That one, this one was I'm just trying to recollect this game. Yeah, tough. ID is a tough match for my army because Swordmasters, Spearmen just melts to the Titan mortars and pyromancy and everything. So not a great game, but spoils. I was faster. ID tends to be an army that wants to be pretty compact, and I can spread better. So was hoping I could pick up the objectives and just get a small objective win. I ended up managing to do a little bit better than that. I think what did I end up with, Kenya? 13, 16, 14, something like that.
You ended up with 14.
14, yeah. So I ended up doing a little bit better than that. I had 1 Swordmaster and 3 Spearmen left at the end of the game. But I did manage to grab the objective, and I picked up one of the tanks and an Overlord, Toruk Overlord, to get quite a few points, and managed to hold the Immortal block off, until the very end. So yeah, I ended up with a good solid win. My opponent was very good. I don't think really made many mistakes, but dice ended up going my way at some key points and focused on the objective. So yeah, good game.
Okay, excellent. And then I got paired into Nemesis, or Nemisemi, and more Beast Herd, so it's a Beast Off.
Oh, I remember this game. Okay.
I honestly don't, so we're going to see how this goes. Frontline Clash, Spoils of War, round freaking 5 in the team tournament. If you are interested in my list, please go back to previous videos, but we'll talk about Nemesis. Oh, there we go. He had the good old Minnow Warlord, Agor's Affliction, Paired Weapon, Blessed Inscriptions, Crown of Horns. Pretty standard build. Soothsayer Master on Shamanism with Dark Rain Binding Scroll, Minotaur Chieftain, Destiny's Call with Great Weapon. 2 units of Ambushing Wildhorns with Thrown Weapons, 1 with Paired Weapons also. 20 Mongrels just to sit in the center, 8 Feral Hounds, 10 Mongol Raiders, 8 Feral Hounds, 5 Minotaurs with the Blackwing Totem, 10 Centaurs with Lances, 5 Gargoyles, and a double Gorkak. It's a solid list.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little, for me, in my opinion, it's a little choppy. Like there's a lot of units there, but Gortaks are great. Ambushing guys are great. I don't know what he's doing with the 20-man mongrel herd. And then, of course, the Minnow Warlord with the Minnow Chieftain BSB is fantastic. You know, he's probably using it as a bunker. Yeah.
It's magic light, right? Because he doesn't have a greater totem bearer. So you usually when you're facing Beast Surge, you're expecting to see like 8+ spells, right? And he's just got 5, if I'm reading this right.
Yeah, he's got the Master and 1 champion totem on the Minotaurs.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Hitty, very, very much a team list. I think this would be a little skewy in all comers, but yeah, good. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What did you have this as? Probably a yellow, right?
I would think. It was yellow. It was yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's see who got the first turn. He got the first turn.
Okay.
So, let's see here. That means I got the deployment zone that was split right down the middle with this impassable. So I basically decided to choose one side, and that side was the side without the impassable in the center here, so I can go after these 2 objectives. And with my standard setup, the 2 blocks in the center with chaff all around, the bunker behind them, and 1 centaur block on either side.
Okay.
And I was responding to him, so he did basically the same thing with his Gortaks on the sides. His Minnow Warlord is in with the Mongrels. That's what he did, and then he has his Wizard Master with the Mongol Raiders. So we got Gortak, Centaurs, Dogs, Raiders, Mongrels with the Minnow Warlord, Dogs, Minnow block with the BSB in there, I believe.
Yeah, based on his list, I think that's right.
And then another Gortak on the far right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a decent set.
You picked the top?
No, he picked sides, and I... Oh, you're right. I picked the top. Why did I do that?
Does he have ambushers? Maybe you were
trying to... He has 2 ambushers. We both have ambushers.
I like that top side if you're facing ambushers, because the house lets you close off your back line from the ambushers pretty effectively. So that's okay. Fair enough.
This is after Vanguards. And then this is his first turn. He just throws those dogs in front of my entire line and then sets up some counter charges. And I don't have any shooting, so he took his Minnow BSB out of the unit because I don't have like any shooting. So
yeah, he's basically using them as cowboys at this point.
Yeah. And I can't blame him. That's like a smart move. He just chaffed my entire line turn 1 and then just pushed everything up. Pretty simple Beast Herds tactics.
Yeah.
All right, so he gets off the 6, which is
break.
Yeah, break the spirit on these guys.
Yeah.
And then my turn. I do something kind of tricky here. I charge the dogs with the gargoyles to clear the chaff, and then I'm going to back up with these 2 units. Because I just didn't want to face a charge from these 2 units, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The longhorns go in the dogs, and then again, my gargoyles go into his gargoyles.
Okay. Yeah. Sort of making the best of a bad situation. I think it's good moves. Okay.
So this is exactly what I do. I back up over here too with the centaurs. And basically I'm giving him my big block with the longhorns, but I'm denying pretty much everything else, or giving him at least long charges.
Okay.
In the magic
Could
phase,
you
I
not
get...
get your dogs out to? I guess you can't get your other
No, right
dogs
here.
out to chaff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In the magic phase, I get healing waters off on this unit, which is nice, and he doesn't have any flaming attacks.
Mhm.
I blow up his chaff, overrun with both of the gargoyles to chaff him, which was pretty nice. And I don't have him chaffed over here, but still. I'll frenzy check him. Oh, actually no, I didn't kill all the gargoyles. There's 2 left here. I didn't kill all the dogs here either. 1 dog chaffing
That's
his...
great because you're chaffing him. That's great.
Yeah. And I'm defending the wall, I think, there, which is nice. All right, in his turn, his ambushers come on, he does this.
Yeah.
And how did I get 2 wounds on him? I don't know. He does some shuffling around, and he throws his Minnow
Did you
Warlord
take
out.
Did you take Master of Earth? Maybe you could have
I want
done
to
that
say
to
I did.
his...
I should have recorded that, so I'm not sure. But I got 2 wounds off on him somehow. It's probably from Master of Earth. Because his strength 5, yeah. He throws his Minnow Warlord out in the center here. Because he's a Minnow Warlord, he can do whatever he wants. And beyond that, he doesn't rally the dogs, doesn't rally the gargoyles, which is nice.
Okay.
There's what he does. And he gets a totemic summon off to chaff my centaurs here, and he gets Break the Spirit again off of this unit.
Jeez. Rough phase.
Yeah, it was. But I think I'm still in a decent spot. So, he kills 2 dogs here. I just don't know how he did that. And then he throws his hand weapons and kills a bunch of centaurs here, which is painful.
Probably the breath weapon from the beast.
Ah, yes, exactly. Thank you.
And then yeah, wow. So he's really put a hurt on those centaurs. Brutal.
And then my turn. I go for a long charge here. Because he doesn't have the Blackwing totem up, and if I get in and kill this unit, I think that's a big chunk of points. I go ahead and throw my Wild Horns into the Middle Warlord. I think I did that because I thought they would just take forever to kill him. Like I can hold him there for a long time.
Yeah.
And I still have a piece of chaff over here to deal with the centaurs. And then, of course, I take the chaff in the front there. And then, luckily, I make the long bomb charge.
Okay. Wow, but you lose a lot of wild horns to break
Yeah,
the spirit.
I remember this now. I shouldn't have made that charge. Why did I do that? And I did that because I felt like I had to charge him when I could have chaffed him. I didn't want the Middle Warlord to get in my flanks, I think. But I pretty much guarantee that was a mistake because they took double dangerous terrains for Break the Spirit.
Yeah.
Not my finest hour.
Plus, that Minnow Warlord is amazing at blending infantry because he has reroll a hit, battle focus, and reroll a wound, and stomp. So he just like, I mean, he can pretty handily kill like 6 to 8 infantry a turn. Like, so doesn't take him long. But yeah, I mean, losing that many to dangerous terrain sucks too.
So, let's see here. Okay. Also, my ambusher comes on here. I get healing waters off on this unit.
Mm-hmm.
And I kill a few centaurs with thrown weapons. Nothing major though. In combat, I kill his Wildhorn block here and overrun off the table. I kill
Nice.
his chaff here, and that's about it. Oh, and I kill them too. And a reason why is I go wide is because I didn't want the centaurs to go on my flank, so I was going to give them my front here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In his turn, he doesn't charge anywhere, which is or he does charge the chaff here with his Gortak, but here he just surrounds me, and he chaffs my Wildhorns in the back with the raiders. Also, I blow through the Minotaurs and kill them all and overrun and catch them.
Nice.
Yep. He does a little shooting.
He gets off a totemic beast.
Yeah, he gets up a totemic beast, breath weapons my wizard bunker, and kills the dogs with thrown weapons. So not a big
That
deal.
is a pretty dramatic overperformance by the throwing
Yeah.
weapons, right? Because you were in cover too, weren't you?
Yep, I was.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh no, because he's well from some of them, I guess, because he's also in the field. But yeah,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
He kills one Wildhorn with raiders, and I believe he rallies both of his exhausted piece of chaff down here, which is annoying. All right, in my turn,
Did you fail to restrain with your longhorns that previous turn? Like, I'm looking at this and just thinking that if you were facing the middle of, like, if you were facing his mongrels and kind of the center of the board, you'd be in a better spot with them. Was that a
I think I
or
wanted to
were you
kill.
trying
I
to get
wanted
them
to kill the
minotaurs?
unit. I wanted to kill the unit, so I overran. It probably a mistake.
Well, because
But you're saying,
you also
yeah,
left that spoil too, right? Because
yeah,
then you could have picked it up and been facing his BSB's bunker.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see. He takes the chaff in the center of the board. Yeah. Again, we fight over here, and I rank up. And then in my turn, I take the charge into the Gortak, which I feel good about. And then down here on the
Where are
bottom
your
left,
other ambushers?
they just didn't come on. They just didn't come on. Make it in. So I did something weird here. Was I realized my bunker was in big trouble. Big trouble. So I took the characters out to try to kill this guy, and then chaffed his BSB bunker with them. They would go into the side and then go off this way.
Creative. I like it.
Yeah, I turn around with the big block, but his wizard's right there, kind of chaffing me. And magic phase. Oh, no magic phase. I only do 3 wounds to the Gortak. I was shocked that happened. I was anticipating blowing through him with strength 7 attacks, re-rolling to hit.
Because you've got, what is that, 8, 9, 13 on
4 times 3, 13, yeah.
4 is rerollable, and 3s. Yeah, I mean, you should do, I guess you should do like 5 or 6, right? On average.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's underperformance. Okay.
So that was disappointing. But I don't know. I remember when that happened, I was pretty deflated.
Yeah, that's what they're in your list for, is killing stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in his phase, he charges here, and I don't even remember what happens. He charges everywhere. He dump,
He teared them with the Gore-Tex, it looks
yeah,
like. Because
and
I
then
don't, you wouldn't have fled
and
if you
with
didn't have to.
that, yeah, and with that, he takes the druidism wizard.
Yeah. Oof.
So not good, not good. Um,
See, think about if your Longhorns had been in the middle there
yeah,
on that
I think that
objective.
was my big mistake, as I went for that long bomb charge, thinking,
I think
well,
just
I just should have overrun.
long,
I shouldn't
long
have
bomb.
overrun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Gortak kills the centaurs on the right. Oh, how did the mongrels end up here?
That's the terror from his other Gore-Tex. See,
Yes, yes, yes,
that's
yes,
the
yes,
path, I think.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. You're exactly right. And then he redirects into there.
Because you don't have a BSB in the center
Yeah.
to let you that terror check.
So this is how it ends up after combat and shooting. The centaurs that came back on the board, he shoots with thrown weapons, kills a couple more. And I'm in a bad spot here. I mean, I stole my block, but I killed the mongrels. Sorry, the minotaurs, but it just took him out of the fight. That was a mistake, a big mistake.
Yeah, this was a roller coaster of emotions for me because I joined and watched him chaff your entire line in turn one, and I was like, uh-oh. And then I rejoined when your Longhorns made that charge into the Minos, and I was like, here we go. This is looking good. And then I think I rejoined right around here, and I was like, what happened? Oh man, a
And
lot of
let's see here.
swinginess.
And then, okay, so I make a long charge off the hill into his centaurs. So I got
Nice.
that. I'm like, oh, okay, things are turning around a little bit.
They have
And he,
that's what that little crown is, right? So they snagged the
oh,
centaurs
yeah,
have a.
you're right.
That's
No, no,
big.
the centaurs have it, and then also my longhorns have the center token. They did pick it
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Let's see here. So yeah, I get gnarled hide off of them because my wizards are dead.
Yeah.
I end up blowing up the centaurs, making them run.
Nice. Nice.
He gets off. I don't even know what turn we're in now.
Looks like it
And
must be
then yeah,
five.
and then I
You
overrun
got
into the
four.
Gortak, and he just destroys the wild horns, and he starts bringing his Gortak back around to get into my longhorns. I turn to face. Oh, I guess I don't turn to face. There we go. Turn to face. He charges in. He gets corner to corner. I think this was my mistake. I didn't realize he was going to get that charge because I thought these raiders were chaffing him, but he said he had it.
It doesn't look like he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he made you. He forced you to turn to him.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
No, he's right about that.
And with
Yeah.
that, also his BSB goes into my front. And then in combat, he gets +1 strength on his BSB. And then I survive combat. I remember that.
But he kills your BSB.
Yeah.
So you stick and win objective then. 'Cause it's now
That is
6.
that
Interesting.
exactly right. Because I have the 1 and he has 0.
Yeah.
Yep. So I went objective, but he beat me pretty handily. Ends up being a 3 for the. Is that right? I thought I had more than that, but maybe I might be wrong.
I know it
Nope,
was
I had a
definitely
3. Yeah,
loss.
I had a 3.
I thought it was a 5, but yeah, 3. Okay. Well, it shows how important the objective is. I mean, somebody looking at that table would say you got 20'd, right? But the objective gives gives you 3 points. So, um, yeah, tough.
No,
How
like
what would you do
if
for like?
I won the objective, it would have been a 6, right? So
No,
we tied objective then.
no. He 20'd you and you got objective. That's a 3.
But no, isn't a 20 when you just on points? If you 20 me just on points, it's a 17-3.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well then, how does he? He must have broken your Longhorns then.
Yeah, I think that was the end. I just didn't take a picture of it. He broke my Longhorns. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
tied objective, which made it a 17-3. Thank you.
Why didn't you go for the right objective with your Longhorns? Your ambushing Longhorns. He has nothing over there.
Um,
Could you
that's a
not
good
have made
question.
it? Like you could have. It
Because
seems
they
like you
came
could have
on
done that.
this turn. They came on this turn, which was bottom of 3.
You could definitely have made it.
Yeah, I think I was afraid of his Gortak.
Yeah, but then the Gore-Tag doesn't go into the Longhorn brick.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm,
I
mm.
agree.
Okay. No, it was a tough. That's a tough game. I don't blame you. It's a difficult one. And he, he got some.
I was just I definitely probably shouldn't have taken this long charge with the Longhorns. I mean, yeah, I was gonna kill his Minotaurs, but I don't know if it in the overall game plan. I don't know, it wasn't the right move, and after that, I was banking on my Centaurs killing that Gortak, and it just didn't happen. And in reality, it's like a little over average for me to kill them, for me to kill him outright. So it wasn't that great of a charge, but in the moment it felt like a great charge.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think your list is, has some maneuverability problems when it can get,
Hmm.
pushed in a corner like that. And then what he did on the left with your centaurs was big, right? Because think about where you would have been if your centaurs had been full strength on the left
Yeah,
in the early game, right? That does a lot for you. But that was tough as well. I wonder if you could have been a little bit more creative with your maneuvering when pulling them back to kind of prevent that from happening. But
yeah, I
um,
agree. And over and
I think he
I
played it
shouldn't.
right. That aggro move was the right move in this
Yeah,
for sure.
and this charge was dumb. I shouldn't have done that because it cost me half my unit basically.
Yeah. Yeah, if that unit's at full strength and ranked up,
Hmm.
over there, it can, like you could have used them to chaff up his ambushing wild horns while also kind of zoning, and then you chaff up his warlord.
Yep,
Yeah, that's
dumb move, but you live and you learn. Yeah, so this was my old beast herd list. Start when we eventually get into season 1 of Fading Flame League. I rehauled I rehauled my beast herds list, and I like it a lot more. So we'll get into that. I go the route of the Minna Warlord. Just a little spoiler, but my core setup is not the common setup, and it's been working miracles for me. So we'll get there. I'm kind of done with this list. But let's talk about the how the team finished. Even though I only got a 3 and you got a 14, the rest of the team really pulled through, and we actually ended up getting a 65, which is a cap, exactly a 65. So we capped
right.
barely. And because of that, so we had, let's see here, we had round 1 we had a win, round 2 we had a small loss, round 3 we had a minor win, round 4 we had a big win, round 5 we had a big win. And because of that, we ended up in 5th place in the whole tournament.
Yeah, out of like 30 plus teams, right?
Yeah,
So
I was just gonna look up how many
pretty-
teams there were. There were 42 teams, and we got 5th place.
yeah, nice. It was close. There was a couple of teams where if they had performed just a little worse, we actually would have podiumed. So
Yeah,
we were in striking distance, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, job well done. You got some critical wins when we needed them in rounds 3 and 4, and and I jumped on a lot of grenades for the team, and we
You
had some.
were you were a very good team captain. Thank you, oh captain, my captain.
Cheers. No, I was really pleased with the outcome and happy with the performance. So yeah, job well done.
No, that was the first time we played on a team tournament together, I think, and we did well. So,
Yeah, we need to do a reprise sometime later this year.
but yeah, I believe that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe as always, and have a good evening, Aaron.
Thanks, everybody. Bye, Kenyon.